Now, I know when you're an entrepreneur, people think you don't have to work as hard. You're not working the 9 to 5 anymore. You don't have to do the 40 hours a week. But let me tell you something. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneurs, where I give you the keys you need to succeed. Today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of being a business owner that no one talks about. So let's get started. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to tell you what most people will not tell you. Everyone does not need to own a business. Now, this isn't to be a hater, to say that I don't believe in people's dreams, because I do. But in today's side hustle society, people like to shame others for working for other people, saying things like, you're building someone else's dream, or you need 7 streams of income. It only applies if that's what you're truly meant to do and if that's in your heart. Not to mention, there are so many other factors in starting a business that nobody talks about. Late nights mixed with constant grind, sprinkled with a ton of faith, are just a few of the things that are important. The truth is, everyone's not cut out for this life or this type of work, and that is okay. Here are just a few of the pros and cons to consider when you take the leap and start your own business. The first pro, flexibility with your time. Now, I know when you're an entrepreneur, people think you don't have to work as hard. You're not working the 9 to 5 anymore. You don't have to do the 40 hours a week. But let me tell you something. You do actually work harder, but you have flexibility when you're working. So for me, I know I work more than 40 hours a week, but I also know that I set my schedule. To be honest, I don't like to wake up before 8 o'clock. I don't like to be places before 10 a.m. And that's something that I've been able to set within my schedule because I am an entrepreneur and I love it. The second pro is the ability to make as much money as you want. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of jobs where you'll be able to make a ton of money. There are a lot of jobs, especially in sales, CEO positions, where you're making a lot of money. But I feel like it's a little bit different when you're an entrepreneur because you don't have that cap. You don't have a set amount that you're making, and you can make endless amounts of money, similar to sales. But with you being an entrepreneur, you can create new systems, new products, new services, new things to offer, so you're never truly limited in how much money you can make. The third pro that no one talks about much is the fact that you're able to provide income and job opportunities for other people. One of my favorite parts about being a business owner is just seeing the look on the people who work for me, their faces, that when they get to come in and get paid to do what they love to do. That's something that I truly love, knowing that I'm providing that opportunity for them as well as an income for them. It's a great feeling. The fourth and probably my favorite pro is the fact that you can leave a legacy. Building a business that you could possibly pass down to your children or your nieces or your nephews is such a great feeling, knowing that you're working hard for something and that something can be here after you leave is amazing. It really puts it into perspective when you're working those late nights and when you're going through hard times, to know that you're building something bigger than yourself. Now let's talk about those cons. Guys, there are a lot, but I'm gonna try to go over some ones that people don't always talk about. So before, I said that you have flexibility in creating your schedule, which is definitely true, but the hours, I sometimes wish I could just clock out and be done with work. It's never done. I feel like there's always something to do. There's more than 40 hours a week. There's 60, 80, sometimes more hours that you have to put in, especially when you're starting up before you even outsource those activities. It's a constant grind, and it's not always right for everybody, especially depending on what stage of life you're in. But don't think that you're gonna get off easier at becoming an entrepreneur. It's not automatic, free range of your time. No, there's a ton of hard work you have to put in to get to that point. The second con is possible inconsistent income. It is definitely hard when you don't know how much money you're going to be making for that month to try to figure out, okay, how much do I need for this? Am I going to make this? Sometimes it's very inconsistent. There's months where you can make 3 times what you made prior, and then the next month after that might be a fraction of what you made. You never actually know, and sometimes that does get to a lot of people when you don't have that consistent income. So that's definitely something to be aware of before you start your business. I actually am going to have a video later about budgeting on an inconsistent income, so be on the lookout for that. The next con of being an entrepreneur is boundaries. Guys, learning boundaries as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, is so important, okay? When I first started as an entrepreneur, I had no boundaries. I told everybody yes, everybody could get my number, everyone had access to me at all times. No, you cannot do that. Not if you want to last a long time in your business, okay? You have to learn those boundaries in business. You have to set your hours, you have to set your expectations, and you have to give people those limits because people will take advantage of you, especially as a new entrepreneur, as a African American woman entrepreneur. You guys, it's tough out here. So you have to set your boundaries from the beginning and envision what type of life you want and what type of business life you want so that people do not take advantage of you, your time, your resources, everything. Okay, learn those boundaries early. I promise it will help out. All right, guys, that's it for the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur that a lot of people don't talk about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can get alerted every time I post a video each week. All right, have a great day and a successful life. I'll see you guys next time.